welcome to the Riley Snap social media platform. I'm here with my bestie, my cousin Dani. What are we talking about today, Dani?
We're talking about journaling for joy and with joy. It can be, you can express yourself in any way you want. You can get fun journals. Hers looks totally different, but that's all right. That's what she likes. And you can get fun pins.
Show us the pins.
All right. I have a blue cat.
Aww.
And then I have a yellow cat. And I have a dog and a dog with sunglasses. And I have more pins at home, but I couldn't bring them.
Yes. So today we're going to cover how to get joy out of journaling, because a lot of times we want to journal for a lot of self-growth or even ranting and getting negative feelings off on a page. So this is how we have fun journaling together. We came here to this creek yesterday and she was teaching me how to do poetry. So you can get deep into the metaphors if you want to, but you can also do so many things with it. So what does your journal consist with?
Well, I do a little poetry and I express how I'm feeling. And I wrote one the other day where it's not how I feel sometimes, not all the time, because I'm very joyful. And how like if you read it, people can feel that way sometimes with their emotions. I'll read it to you later on.
Yeah, so you're saying we can transmit our energy to other people.
Yep.
Through writing.
And don't be scared that you have to be old enough to. I'm 10, she's 16, totally different ages. You can be however old you want to.
Yes.
You can even be 3, 50, whatever.
I know, you can never stop getting good things out of journaling. And so if you're learning to start a journal, I would recommend these bind kinds that we have, just because the ones with the spirals can be sometimes kind of bulky. So I personally prefer these kinds.
Yep.
And I've done a video on journaling. I will link it at the end of this video. So yeah, we're gonna go into maybe some examples of good poetry and maybe what that would look like. Is there like a happy one in there? A common misconception of poetry is that it needs to rhyme. It does not always need to rhyme.
Yeah, it just has to have a nice ring to it. Most poetry does rhyme, like every other word.
Yeah.
Like, you might have like true and then tree, but those don't rhyme. But then you have true, tree, and two and true rhyme, and tree and me rhyme.
So every other word.
Yeah. You can do it true, two, tree, me, but you can do it just, and it doesn't always have to rhyme. Just like some of mine in here don't rhyme, but I consider them poetry.
I consider them poetry. They're beautiful.
Yep.
Do you want to read some? You don't have to. It can be totally private.
Yeah.
It's all up to you.
I wrote these for people who want to read them. Okay. Me on the rocks till my heart's content, listening to the water hitting the rocks in the creek. This is God's creation, isn't it beautiful? The rocks are still, even though the water is pushing as hard as possible. They stay put. The aspen trees are still, but in the wind they move just slightly. The leaves are like my hair in the wind blowing, and that's my view on the world.
So, as you can see, poetry can look many different ways.
It could be sad, mad, happy, joyful. All the feelings or going through your day. I have a lot of things going through my day. And it might not all make sense. You just write down, I think in here I wrote, I'm on the balcony of my hotel room, or I'm at the creek, and it might not go all together. I'm just kind of saying my day.
Expressing how you're feeling without going into specifics.
But you can go into specifics if you want.
Yeah, when we go into specifics in a diary, sometimes it can feel very gossipy. So whenever you read it, it's kind of hard to read your own work sometimes. But if you put it in this metaphorical sense, it allows you to share your experiences with the world without getting too personal.
Yep.
And that is what I absolutely love about poetry. It brings me joy, and it makes me feel like I have significance in the world. Here, let me try to, can you hold this?
Yeah. Another thing that I do sometimes, like I have a dog at home, so if I want to write, I'll just say, I'll let my dog come sit with me, and she'll just lay there while I write. Like just kind of, just it's comforting.
Yeah.
But if you can also just be alone.
Yeah, if you don't have
But
a
if
dog,
you want,
it's okay.
yeah.
I don't have a dog, unfortunately.
Or a cat, anything.
Yeah.
Or even a stuffed animal if you're still into those. I'm still am. I have one sitting next to
Oh,
me.
she's got a
when I'm
big collection of those.
Yep.
I used to, man.
Just anything. And you can also be alone.
Yeah. This is our items, you guys. So I have a bunch of basic pens right here. I like to journal in color. Some people do not prefer that, but I recommend it. It makes it more fun, don't you think?
Yeah.
So,
I write in black, but sometimes I'll draw pictures in color.
so she has a bunch of little colored
These
kitty
are
puppy
mine.
pens. I have a little black cat that I got.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yes. You want to show them my pens?
Here's her trout pin.
We literally went shopping and spent like $30 on pens.
Mm-hmm. This awesome pin is hers.
Yeah.
And I have a mermaid one at home, and it looks exactly like this.
That's right.
Green tail and everything. And if you don't have enough for just a cute bag like this, that's all right. I put mine in a plastic bag because I don't have one of these with me.
Well, I'm gonna have to get you one of these.
Yeah.
We'll look out for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have quite a bit of a journaling kit right here, and I feel like it fulfills all of our needs. So yes, there are many different types of ways to journal. I do mine in crazy cursive, like it's hard to read for anyone else.
I do mine in print.
And she puts pictures in hers, which I think is so fun.
Here, I'll give you an example. Just tiny little mountains, coffee.
Little symbols.
Yeah, just little symbols. I also,
Mine looks like the calligraphy fairy threw up in a book. That's kind of crazy. But.
yeah, mine is just, and you don't have to fill up the whole page. You could just do like a third of the page, a half of the page, the whole page. 5 pages. Write as long as you want.
Because I think
Sometimes I just write one sentence and I need to think more.
exactly, because I think a common misconception with journaling is that you have to do it a lot and you have to do a lot in that time period. Really, you journal whenever you feel it's needed. Whenever you're getting started, I do recommend trying to put something down daily or even weekly, just whatever you can do, and just put down something. Go, I'm eating breakfast right now. And it kind of forms that habit to not only carry your journal around with you, but to also find the importance in living in the present. So it also backs up my last video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, see, I just have like one sentence right there, and I still need to think about it.
Yeah.
I put sightseeing is amazing. I love it. That's it. That's all I have.
Food for thought. And also it's a gratitude journal in a way.
Yep.
Right? You know, writing down the things you're thankful
And
for.
I try to get a tiny journal so it fits in a bag
Uh-huh.
that you can carry with you, not a big bulky bag or not a big one, just like a normal size like hers.
Yes. Okay.
It fits in your hand. You can put it on a table. It's not covering the whole table. And I even have one that's probably like about that big.
Yeah. Exactly. So just do what is good for you. You know, so I'm gonna make a lot more journal episodes in this series. You will probably be featured in a couple of them, and
I might not always because we're on vacation and we're together.
well, we live in different places, so it's kind of hard. But this is a good broad overview on just how to use it for joy, and I think what the metaphors and the poetry help with is just helping it not be too rant-like.
Yeah.
So you can express negative emotions in a beautiful way. And to me, that does bring me joy. Yeah, that's all for the video. I hope that you'll tune in with some of my other ones. It'll kind of be more of a structured way of journaling. This is kind of just how to journal, maybe not in the most organized
And
way.
one more thing,
but it works.
If you feel kind of awkward journaling alone, like sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, just go grab a buddy.
Oh, yes. I know us writers need to stick together because... All right, so that concludes the video. Goodbye, person.
Bye.